is no ordinary car. It's a dream come true. A car that runs on a cheap, safe fuel that's in limitless supply.
The car can be run on any form of natural water. You can use rainwater, well water, city water, ocean water, and if you don't have ocean water available, you can go ahead and use snow. Just use any form of natural water. You don't process it in any way. You add no chemicals to it. Just use ordinary rainwater technology. And now what we're trying to do is coordinate with industry to design a kit that can be fitted to an existing internal combustion engine, whether it's a gasoline engine or even a diesel engine.
His kit is not unlike a cold fusion cell, but with very high voltages applied. Skeptics believe it's no more than a battery storage device, but a New York millionaire is paying to have it all checked out in a
Hey everyone, Matt McMahon here. My YouTube channel is H2O Plasma Plug, and today's date is November 22nd, 2011. I have some really exciting news for everyone, but before I tell you, we need to ask for your help.
Critically, there is virtually no current consumed, less than half an amp. The result is dramatic. Hydrogen pours off with the flick of a switch. Meyer claims the key is his electronics. It appears to produce several 100% more energy than it consumes.
We need you to copy and upload this video on your channel. We need you to share this video in any place you can. The faster you can get this video out everywhere, the faster we can help change the world. They might try to take it down, but if everyone keeps uploading it, and you know, if we keep putting it out everywhere, there'll be nothing that they can do to stop it. This means like
they're going to wipe out an entrenched power base, and they may not go easily.
You know, we got YouTube, we've got Facebook pages, groups, walls, your walls, friends' walls, MySpace, Twitter, forums, Yahoo groups. You think of it, please just get it out there for us. We really need your help. They're probably going to try to take our video down, but if everybody keeps taking it and re-uploading it, then we won't have to worry about it.
Though the scientific establishment may have ignored the likes of Meyer, the powerful military-industrial complex certainly hasn't. Over the past 10 years, Meyer says he's been quietly approached by many influential organizations who would never admit publicly to their involvement with him.
It is involved in deep space exploration, and it's also being developed quite highly in the military. Basically what occurred with water fuel cell was in the fact that once they understood was actually occurring, then under the U.S. national security mandate, I have no decision or power of whether or not the military or NASA or the federal government will utilize the technology. They can utilize it in any way they so desire.
Here's the exciting news. Iron D Max and Slate Outlaw have joined forces and have asked for my help. They are by far the furthest replicators of Stanley Meyers equipment and technology, and they have completely reverse engineered some of Stanley Meyers' circuits, and will continue to reverse engineer the rest of Stan's designs with your help. They asked for my help because they want to focus on the technology. They don't want to be, taking their time to do other stuff. They just want to put their head to the books and just keep working. And basically, we want to make sure that the world can have cars that run on water. If that happens, many things in this world will change, and we're going to do it open source. We're going to show you everything that we're doing. Stanley Meyers was a great person, and he died in 1998 of a brain aneurysm, and for many years his estate, no one knew where to find it, and on July of 2008, a man named Don found the Stanley Meyers estate, and a few years ago the Stanley Meyers estate was sold, and a very select few people were actually privileged enough to receive all this information, his high definition pictures of the circuits, even the other things that weren't just that, the furnace that he was working on, and the EPG, electrical particle generator, which was said to have given free energy. Basically, these few select people, Slade and Max, have been working on replicating this stuff for years, and they finally decided to join up, because they knew that together they could do this. And it's amazing to finally see people finally grouping up. The more people that actually have been studying this stuff, that get together, that don't fight, that don't argue, that don't say I know more than you, those are the people that are actually going to give the world free energy. And I think Stanley Meyers intended for that. I believe that's why he actually had put all of his patents all over the world, because he wanted to have people get along.
He has poured his energies over the last 10 years into establishing recognition for his claims by getting international patents.
In the processing, there was a great deal of difficulty in trying to process the legal paperwork in such a way as to allow the Patent Office to fully understand what was actually occurring.
His technology is very unique, and it covers a wide range of knowledge. Circuitry, physics, chemistry, electronics, and actually a few other things. Even the fact that he seems to have been studying many other inventors' technology. Definitely Tesla, Peherich, anyways, there's a few people that I've seen similarities. There was another guy that actually discovered voltage electrolysis before him. And Stanley Meyers seemed to have figured out how to actually put all of that stuff together to make really great things. And obviously run a car on water, and I believe he actually did 3 different ways to run a car on water.
Public confirmation of a contract from NASA would provide a resounding boost for Mars technology. Paul Ziss says it's only in a closed meeting they confirm such an agreement.
Max has actually designed a 2 dry cell tube version of what Stanley had done. So Max has actually made a really neat version, so that way it's very compact. It looks great. I think it looks awesome.
So we've designed the technology to be very flexible to use every segment of the economy and do it very quickly. So we're all in the same boat. And what we're doing is illustrating that, yes, the technology is viable. Here we do have a viable technology that we now can use water as a fuel source, because water is a very free and abundant fuel source. But it's going to take you and I and the guy down the street and the people in each country to bring this technology into the marketplace to stabilize their countries.
We want everybody to have this stuff, just bottom line. And we want to be able to help each other out. And most of all, we want to get off that dirty oil. We don't need it anymore. We haven't needed it for years. You know, this is constant repressed technology.
But the ultimate objective is to mobilize the masses of the people in order to bring it in. This is the only way that can come in.
We want to get the world off of this dirty oil. It's destroying us. You know, it's destroying the world. People are going broke just so they can get to work. Like, it's just, you know, it doesn't make sense. There's no reason at this point why we haven't been able to have cars that run on water.
That when you use water, the energy release is roughly 2.5 times more powerful than that of gasoline. So water is a very powerful fuel.
The earliest information I found on a patent that had a carburetor running on water was in 1935. In my city, in 1940, they actually, well, mid-40s, there was a man that had an engine that ran on water as well. He actually got bought out. I had actually met his great-great nephew, so, you know, it keeps happening.
They're looking for new energy sources. I understand from the people that I've talked with that they have worked with Stan and tried to understand what he's done and given him a contract.
There's been over 5,000 free energy patents released.
As with Tesla, Griggs and others, Meyers' claims are so far outside the received scientific wisdom that they've been ignored by the majority of the scientific establishment.
The reason this is happening is because everybody wants a patent. Everybody wants to control it. Not us. We just want to do it. We just want to give it to you.
So we all need the energy, and so therefore I feel that it's going to take the people of the world to come together and the leaders of each country to come together in one accord in order to allow this type of technology to go on to stabilize their economic basis in each respective country.
If you guys help us and you guys buy each part as we go, because you're going to need each part as we go, you guys can play around with it, toy with it. We're going to give you options too. We could either give you the board and you can assemble it yourself, or we can do it for you.
In mass production, it looks like we can translate and reduce the systems approach down to a unit that costs roughly $1,500 per vehicle. For trucks, it will be slightly larger than that, below $5,000. It looks like we'll be able to reach the economics to it.
As we speak, things are being shipped to us, well, actually to Max. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell the circuits. We're going to build each part as we go. First thing that we're going to be selling, and it's called the 9XB. most people know of the 8XA. We can't do this alone. We've all spent so much money, like thousands and thousands of dollars on this stuff, and we're at the point now where we know the direction we need to go. It's just that it's going to cost more thousands and thousands of dollars. There's no doubt in my mind that Max and Slade can figure this out. They're whizzes. They're very smart guys, and they're very cool too. So yeah, as of next week, you guys will be able to contact me or Max. You can look his YouTube up. Actually, you can look up some of his cool videos he's got too, or you can look up Slade Outlaw. It'll all be down underneath this video, and you'll have my website, Max's website.
We have been developing this technology for mass production, and so once we finalize debugging of the pre-engineering unit, then we're going to translate it into a very cost-effective system. Plastic mold injection technology allows us now to move this type of technology very quickly. Matter of fact, one master mold set can produce over 11,000 units every 24 hours.
You guys give you something while you give us something. It's a fair trade, and then that way we can continue to start putting out more and more stuff. Basically, you name the device that's on Stanley Meyers, his Doom Buggy.
What we call the laser distributor.
Air gate, as you see right here. Okay, so that's going to regulate, I better turn it up right, and that'll regulate our air going in. Our exhaust gases are going to go back into the injector.
So by simply using the non-combustible gases coming from the exhaust of the engine, adjusting the burn rate of hydrogen to co-equal that of gasoline or fossil fuels or even diesel fuel, we call this a gas processor. Right here, this is referred to as a resonant cavity. And here is referred to as the VIC, or the voltage intensified circuit.
Now these switches are the ones that we turn power on, so I can turn this cell on. There, I turn these 4 cells on, the rest of these cells are off. All the other switches will give me the
water fuel cell injector. The laser accelerator control, called a steam resonator.
For 20 years, he has been refining a method to fracture water, which produces vast amounts of hydrogen on demand. This is not his latest apparatus. He was unwilling to let us point a camera at that.
Definitely for all you experimenters out there that have been, messing around with HHO, get your, and that's another thing. We're going to actually be selling the tube array as well, the exact same way Stanley Meyers built his. We've just made it so, you can have options. And it's not the big cell, because that's not what he was running his car on. He actually had little tube cells, 3/4 inch, half inch for the inside tube, and 3/4 inch for the outside tube. It's a very cool design. We're set to launch next week. We are going to be able to have circuitry for everybody at Stanley Meyers next week. So, so stay tuned. And if you live in Canada, well, you'll be probably dealing with me directly. So yeah, I'm so happy about this. It's about time that some of the guys actually got together, and I'm honored to be a part of that. So some great stuff coming up. Stay tuned. And again, help us out. If you want to donate, it's up to you. The number one thing is we need your help for the people that you do know that has the HHO cells that have been experimenting. We need to be able to sell the products so that way we can start building the next product in line. So I want to thank everyone for watching the video. Please subscribe to me, Slade, and Max. To keep updated with whatever we've got coming out. Please help share. Share our information. Let the world know that we're going to be running our cars on water soon, and there's going to be many things that are going to come out, but we just want you guys to know that there is hope. It's going to change. Bottom line, there's too many people that know about this technology that have been studying it for so long that it can't happen, and the more we help each other out, the quicker it can happen. So again, thank you. Again, please could you share this video wherever you can. It wouldn't take much time to just help out a little bit, and that could be your contribution to the world, is by getting this information out. So yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
We are developed it under the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!